Hey everybody, Adam and Dewey from Team Swish here, and back for more Legacy. So, Dewey and I talked about doing a stream together, and I'm like, alright Dewey, what do you want to play? Dewey was like, I don't know, this post deck did well the other day. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, Dewey, you realize that's Eldrazi post, right? And he's like, so it is. So we're playing that. So we are playing the first place challenge prelim
Challenge.
challenge list
Went
from
7-0.
with 7-0. Jeez,
Yeah.
that's nuts. So 7-0 challenge list from the other day, and we are playing this Eldrazi post. So if you've never seen Eldrazi post before, Cloud post, Glimmer post, Vesuva. Here's your post: Ancient Tomb, City of Traders, Eldrazi Temple, Eye of Ugin, and then a couple of lands for flavor. And we want to power out a bunch of big, dumb, colorless threats. So Grand Monolith helps us with that. Matter Shaper for the mid game. Thought Not Seer, Karn, Reality Smasher, Endbringer. A couple of Ulamogs, some Chalices, a Walking Ballista, and some All Is Dust in case things go horribly, horribly awry. Sideboard, some ley lines, spatial contortions, and warping whale in case there's something else we need to deal with. And then the Karn board, another ballista, a lattice, a bridge, 2 spyglass, 2 ratchet bomb, a coating, and a Tormod's crypt. Do you ever play any posts before?
I have. I'm actually, it's funny enough, the reason I keep tinkering around with this deck is because I'm pretty close to owning it randomly. So.
Yeah, it turns out this version a little more expensive than the mono green version because of, I don't know, like this garbage.
Yeah, so I like
These?
a collection that I bought up a while back just randomly had 3 Grim Monoliths in it. So
Rad.
I just need 1 more Grim Monolith and 2 City Traders and I have the deck. Which, I mean, it's expensive, but in the scheme of Legacy, it's not that expensive.
Very correct. So, Dewey, I guess let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Travis confirmed. See back to basics. Um, I may have a very great story about being across the table from a list like this and resolving a back to basics and winning
Losing?
the game because of said back to basics, and my
Weird.
opponent not being very happy about it. So my opponent decided, okay, well, doing anything under this back to basics is basically non-existent. So they just decided they were going to play lands and wait and cast an All Is Dust to try to clear up this back to basics so that then they could go crazy. Well, Force of Will had something to say about that.
Then he's back to reset at 0.
Correct. Alright, round 1. Moto, please. Oh,
It did it. It figured it out.
we lost the die roll. That's unfortunate. This deck really likes winning die rolls.
I mean, doesn't every deck?
Yikes. I don't know.
Man,
Manaless Dredge loves losing die rolls.
Yeah. This hand was close. Unfortunately, I don't.
Yeah, like
If we had 1 more land, I would have kept it, obviously.
right,
But
like yeah, get rid of this All Is Dust or something. Yeah,
Mhm.
as it stands. Okay.
Okay.
This looks pretty good. I think we ship one of these all. I guess this doesn't do anything. All of our draws are gas, but this doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything. We're leaning heavily on the turn 1 Chalice here, I think, to keep us in the game.
I mean, and Chalice is kind of at the worst in the format that it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
But
But I feel like I'm more okay with keeping this than going to 5 because we just have a super accelerated hand.
I mean, that's
But
fair, but like R5s can also be busted. But I think I see where you're at. I want to put this All This Dust in the bottom. We'll try it out.
I would go all with us for sure.
I don't think we need 2 of those.
Nope.
So let's see. Once upon a time, okay. One of two things is about to happen, and all of them feel like they're bad. I feel like our opponent is either elves or. Oh, well, that's very different. Oh, this might be Green Post.
That would make sense.
This could well be Green Post or Reclaimer, the Green-White Reclaimer deck. Cool. Well, I feel like we still just cast this Chalice.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no reason not to, because we're not doing anything else with it anyhow. And if there's any chance of slowing down a little bit, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, there's an argument there to Chalice. Like, 0 if we think that they might be some nature of Mox Diamond deck. But, okay. Are they just depths? Wild. Put this Cloud Post into play.
Yeah, so Cloud Post is significantly higher upside.
Yep. It's kind of the game plan. Okay. I basically don't ever want to tap this Ancient Tomb again if we don't have to, because I would like, this feels very, very much like our opponent is just trying to assemble a Merit Ledge and ignore everything we're doing. So if we can Glimmer Post into literally any other way to gain life, I'm very down. But as it sits, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 of the 10 required mana to cast this Ulamog in hand.
Yeah.
Well, you showing me that Verdant Catacombs isn't super scary, so. It's so weird. Like, I just want to hit F6, but I'm so, like, mentally conditioned to not F6 ever.
I mean, if you.
Oh, like,
I will always say that if you're not comfortable F6ing constantly, you should just not do it. Because I've seen on way too many occasions people just losing their entire turn for it. So. And as long as you are actively paying attention and know how to click the OK and moving past it, you're fine.
Oh yeah, no, I'm more saying like if ever there was an F6 deck, it is Eldrazi Post, and like I'm just so used to playing reactive decks. Oh hello, Ayavugan, how are you? Well, remember how I said that we were right close to like doing this thing?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting closer. I'm wondering if our opponent will, for some reason, make. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that.
No.
I mean, if they must...
Like, I felt like that card was medium, and you just told me it's not. So, I'm into that. Like, by a lot. This feels like they have to have a Reclaimer in hand.
Reclaimer or what? Crop rotation?
Yeah. Rotate, maybe.
Yeah.
Strange.
Because that's really it, right? In their deck, it's Reclaimers, crop rotation, swords are irrelevant.
I mean, so this...
And this is the green-black version, too, so...
Yeah, exactly. So that's very strange. That... They showed a level of weakness that I didn't think that they were on, so this might be better for us than I originally thought. Because as it sits, 2, 3, 4, 5...
2 turns.
7. Yeah, like, I mean... So if their plan is to, like, play a Reclaimer or something here, we just, like, all is dusted away immediately.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Catacombs, fetch, sure. This feels like rotation? Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. gross. Well, we died.
Mm-hmm.
This is targeting them. Good plan. Yikes.
Okay.
Okay. So, you kill Witherbloom, you kill Witherbloom.
Can we stop it on the stack, like countering it, right? So we
Yeah, with Warping Whale.
yeah, yeah. So we want to bring that in.
Yup. Probably cuddle.
Reshapers are pretty bad. They don't do anything.
Pretty much. Trying to think. I think that's it. And like Chalice on 2 is just like a house.
Yeah.
Sick. Cool. I'm in. So I feel like they're probably also on Sedgemoor Witch.
I would imagine.
That's usually the MO. But them also randomly having the depths package is not nothing.
I mean, it's like almost a free inclusion for them, so.
I mean, I guess we could like board in one of these spyglasses, cut this last reshaper just to name stage.
I'd be fine with it.
Because I definitely agree this reshaper feels real bad. And then we still have one we can Karn for if we need to.
Yeah, I always like it when you have duplicates of cards that you really want to get early on the Karn packages.
Like, I don't... None of the rest of this looks... Like, Bridge is fantastic, but I'd rather have Bridge in the board where I can Karn for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized this list is only on 3 Karn. That's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of decks may go to that route just because, I don't know, you're happy seeing it, but a lot of the other cards, I don't know, if I was in their position, I might have even like cut a reshaper for a 4th Karn.
I'd cut an Endbringer.
Yeah, okay.
3 Endbringer feels like 1 too many. I get it in Eldrazi Stompy, where you're like praying that you're gonna put this in off of a our opponent's taking their sweet time. Where I guess they didn't really see anything. They just saw Postlands and Ancient Tomb. We didn't really give them anything to go off of. That's kind of
good. We're like the only deck that plays Postlands.
Well, so we could be Green Post though. We could be. Yeah, so we could be Green Post. We could be Eldrazi. Damn you, City of Traders! Why are you like this?
Is a turn 2 Karn good enough?
I mean, so we can like turn 2 Karn.
Mm-hmm.
And then
what's in our side?
Bridge. Bridge would be the first get, like by a lot.
Okay.
I guess we could also try to get. The double city is just kind of atrocious because it means that we're gonna Lotus Petal it twice.
Yeah. I think this hand's just too awkward.
So
you could go the route of going post city.
So yeah, definitely could. My other thought process being that if we draw a single land, like this hand is gas, because it's just city, go, city, sack city, Karn, get bridge, untap, tap city, play 1 mana land, bridge. And then like all of the rest of this is fine. I don't know. I think we have them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I thought. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So the problem with that other hand was that if they just have interaction for Karn or Ensnaring Bridge is irrelevant, we were just dead. We keep this, right?
Yeah.
We just go
and bring her down.
Yeah. So we can just do this, and then we can go. Just go. Do you want to go Glimmer?
I almost want to go City of Traders Monolith go. Just to try to get out ahead of them. Because then, like, we have access to Thought-Knot Seer or Karn, whichever is better.
Okay, because the alternative is that we just go Temple go, and then next turn City of Traders just play the Thought-Knot, then follow it up with a Karn. Well, no, I guess the Glimmer Post come into play tapped. Yeah, you're fine. You're good.
Glimmer Post doesn't come into play tapped.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, well then isn't that sequencing better here? We're not as punished if we go temple, city, thought knot into a
Sure.
grim.
I can see it. I my right never didn't have it. My thought process there being that like I kind of just want to get stuff online as fast as possible, and if we just
Yeah,
dump a bunch of mana into play, but I guess
yeah,
they are.
but it's
We do have to worry about force of vigor. So
yeah. So like the line you have is so aggressive that if they have that interactive spell, you just get blown out because then you're going to be down a land and down an artifact, and then when you want to play in the other land to put something into play, what you're
yikes.
going to end up is you're going to end up even further behind because you have to kind of rebuild yourself.
That's fair. Meanwhile, Thoughtseize has arrived to the party. I mean, I guess we have two threats. Ish.
Yeah, it's obviously the thought knot they take,
Sure.
but we don't even really mind it that much because we get to go Glimmer Grim here, and then
Ooh, that's also good.
yeah,
I
and
like
then
that
the
spatial
following.
contortion a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
Also, us being at 21 is not nothing.
Hmm.
They have shown us that they have depths combo. So next turn we can Karn. I'm trying to decide what we're getting off this Karn, and I kind of just want it to be liquid metal coating.
Liquid Metal Cone makes a lot more sense to me than like Bridge because I'd rather just go on the aggressive plan.
Yikes.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
All right. I mean, I guess they're not really doing anything either though, which is kind of sure. Triple discard spell.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? They've ripped our hand apart, but they're not doing anything, and we're gonna have a ton
Yeah,
of
I mean
mana.
we
So,
have inevitability for sure, but we have to actually
mm-hmm.
draw something that matters.
All right.
I dealer one time Eye of Ugin. Okay. Gross. Alright. Sure, I guess. Okay. You get to look at cards with Sylvan Library.
You mean they're gonna take 8?
I mean, maybe. I don't know if they can though, because like we can just present clock.
Yeah, if we smash them, it'd be pretty great.
Yeah. They're just like take 8, go to 7, draw Reality Smasher. Goodbye. Yeah, indeed. Bombs off the top. Oh, they did just take 8. That is. That's something else. So like, what did you find? Hex Mage, sure. Show me depths. I mean, if you don't have it, I'm just gonna spatial contortion this Hex Mage. Promise.
Probably still let that happen, right?
I'm going to.
Okay.
But I do this with this on the stack.
You can't use Eldrazi mana.
Oh, you're correct.
Yeah, it's not an Eldrazi spell.
It's not. It just feels like an Eldrazi spell.
But it does. But if it was an Eldrazi spell, it'd be a tribal, and I guess they didn't want to give it too much power.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. No, this probably just names Grim Monolith.
It's a mana ability, though. So I guess I just want to shut down the untap if they go that route. I feel like you'd name Karn instead. Wasteland? Well,
Why would what? No.
luckily for us, we don't play that.
I mean, yeah, I'm
all
playing
right.
this
So
on
we just do this on 2, right? Shut down their deck.
correct. Easy money. Done.
I mean, they got a Brook Decay to take it out, but I
They
will take the
do.
whatever X amount they have in their deck.
Yeah. So they got 4 cards, but this means they can't play Hex Mage. They can't play um,
Witherbloom or Chain of
Witherbloom.
Smog.
Yep, Chain of Smog. This means that like if they were on a collector oof, which is not unheard of, that's now off the table too.
Yeah, City did feel pure bad. Just reading our chat log.
Yep.
One of these days we will draw bombs, I swear.
I mean, eventually. Well, our opponent didn't
Oops.
find anything that mattered, so that's good.
Sorry about that. I was moving the mic.
You're fine. Yeah. Um.
Do we just chalice for 2 again?
Probably. Give us another one.
This way they can't. They'll need double abrupts.
No, then we get Force of Vigor and get real sad. Oof. Yeah, I mean, It's unfortunate we couldn't chalice for 1 there. There's the rotate. Sure.
There is a saga.
Nah, depths. Do you have Spirit Guide? I mean, if it happens, it happens. Yikes. Okay. We're not just dead.
No.
Because we're at 21.
Mm-hmm.
But I really need our top deck to be Karn or All Is Dust.
Or Ulamog.
Can we, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
10.
7, 8, 9, 10? We have
Yeah.
exactly 10. Sure.
Yeah, we have exactly 10.
Wow. Okay. Travis, you said bombs off the top. You didn't specify for who. Okay. What do you do? Nothing?
So we have 7 mana. We would be using
3, 4, 5,
wait 10 mana goes down to 3 mana.
2, 4, nothing. We have
Yeah.
nothing. We just died.
Yeah, because we can go fetch up a Smasher, but that only put him to 2. And Thought Knot's not good enough, obviously.
I don't think we can cast a Smasher, do we?
We can. We have Ivogan.
Sure.
Ivogan reduces its cost.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh yeah. It takes.
We can get a Thought Knot that does a whole lot of nothing.
No, yeah, we're just dead.
Yikes. All right. Well, that's fair, I suppose. That's
a variance.
You're planning for when you play something like Eldrazi Post.
Never.
Especially not with especially not the Monty version playing Depths combo and Witherbloom combo. Complete maniac. You played any Witherbloom combo yet, Dewey?
I have not played against it actually. Like my experience at the Legacy Pit and the testing I had was pretty much meta decks for the most part, which was pretty nice. Because then it helped with my limited experience with Legacy. It's like those things where I'm aware of these decks, I'm aware of like what they do, but without playing them directly, I just don't always have that experience necessary.
Yeah.
It was funny that like my limited exposure actually made me sideboard improperly against one of my opponents too. They were on the Karn Echoes deck.
Okay.
And with what was presented to me, I thought they were on Andrew's blue affinity pile because they had the exact same cards, and I never saw the Echoes combo or anything like that. I'm like, oh. And we were talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, my friend is playing your deck. And then afterwards, in game 2, all of a sudden I'm like, my friend is not on your deck.
100% not. Okay. Okay. So we just keep this, right?
We can. Yeah. It's gonna go what? Tomb, Vesuva, City of Trader, Smasher, Smasher.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Let's see if that's good enough. It's gonna be a very painful hand.
Oh, it sure is. This deck's mana base is known for being kind of atrocious.
Hmm. But
We
when it does its thing, it's pretty powerful.
oh certainly. This is where we present Ancient Tomb and our opponent just goes Wasteland. You go. Oh, okay. Yikes. Alright, dealer, one-time thought on. That's not a thought knot. Uh-oh. Sure. Like, there was definitely a world in which we could have just copied their Volk, but I don't think that's...
I was before you clicked, I was like, do we actually were supposed to copy that? Because if we're going on the double smasher plan,
So I thought about our mana, like, our long-term mana, though, and we do have an Endbringer and a Smasher,
mhm.
and
Yep.
an Ulamog in
And
hand.
yeah, and then any land would have turned the Alles Dust online too. So
Sure. You found yourself a chalice. Okay. So the nice thing is that the way we, by copying this Ancient Tomb, also we play around days,
mhm.
which is not
Which is
so
real
much.
nice.
Yeah. Okay. Wild Post, you say? Neat. Smasher. This. 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 I mean, so the real talk here is like, are we just blocking or do we just like go full aggressive, turn the Smasher sideways? Because like there's no guarantee we get to cast this second Smasher next turn.
Yeah, I don't think we do. I think we just pass. It's they actually have a pretty hard time dealing with Smasher once it's on the board, right?
Correct. It would take them 2 spells, and they would have to discard 2 cards on top of it. Unless they're playing Sinkhole all of a sudden again, Magmatic Sinkhole, which I haven't seen in a long time.
Right.
Okay. This where you just try to Murktide me? Because, like, that seems like the thing you're supposed to do. Unfortunately for you, I also have a Murktide covered. A couple of different ways, actually. Endbringer is also pretty reasonable versus Murktide Regent. Not like why you play the card or anything, but definitely helps. Yeah, they're going to trade that in a bolt. Which I'm okay with. Because they're going to hemorrhage another card to bolt this.
Yep.
Yeah, deal. What are you going to discard? Yeah, this definitely smells like turboing towards a Murktide Regent.
Mm.
So we go and trade. Yikes.
That sucks.
It's not great.
Well, it's not
Yeah,
the end of the world.
so I think the deal here is we would play this Ayamugan.
Hmm.
Yield. And then...
I think. Do you play the Smasher because it plays around the?
the days.
Yeah.
Yup, I think that's the game plan here.
And we just have to go on the smash plan.
So 4 turns our way, 4 turns their way. Currently we're winning, but they have burn spells. Yep. This is where you show me Murktide Regent? Because it definitely feels like you have Murktide Regent. Ponder first, okay. Are we still digging for it?
They just want it as big as possible. They only had like 2 instances or 3 instances in the...
Iteration, Brainstorm, Bolt. There's 3.
Yeah. Yeah, so they might possibly just want it as big as possible for have the lethal
fair.
next turn.
Yep. Here's the Murktide.
Okay.
Okay, that's bad. I guess the good news is they've turned off their Dragon Rage channeler. Oh, hi, Chalice.
I don't think we can cast the Chalice because we'll die. So.
Yep.
So do we have to just pass? We're just like the problem is we're just dead actually, right?
No, because they have to turn on DRC again.
No, if we tap the Ancient Tomb, we die because they have a 7/7 Murktide.
Oh yeah, you are correct.
And if we don't do anything,
we
just die. We also just die.
We also just die. That's accurate, Duy. We dead. So I'm bringing these ley lines.
Yeah, regular oven.
I don't know how else we beat this thing.
I think you have to bring in the Warping Whales and Contortions, right, to take off the Ragavans early.
Probably.
Or am I wrong on that?
Like, I'm not sure because the whole reality of the situation is that like their Ragavans don't they're not getting them a ton of value because what are they going to cast? Our 6 drops?
I don't think it's necessarily in this matchup about the fact that you get extra value. It's the fact that it's just ramping them to let them do more things against us. Right?
I suppose.
I mean, we don't have to bring them in.
I'm just trying to think, like, so right now we have to make 6 cuts. Like, what are we cutting? Like, Endbringer feels good because it's an answer to Murktide Regent.
Yeah, it is.
That feels like the name of the game right now is how do we beat a Murktide Regent? Contortion, Warping Whale.
So the upside of Contortion is it's going to take out both Ragavan and DRC.
Delver if they're playing it.
Yeah,
like
Warping Whale also hits all those before it gets activated. Plus, it counters like Expressive Iteration.
It does. So I guess why don't we...
Do we want to be on the more aggressive game plan and own on the draw?
Maybe. So what is your thought? Just not bring in the
Keeping. Yeah, maybe not bring in the removal and just keep the creatures so that way if we keep the creatures he can't swing in anyway, so then they're doing the job that the other cards would have done.
That's fair. We still have to make 1 cut. So what do we do? Like cut an Endbringer?
Sure.
I think that's like as reasonable as anything else?
Yeah.
Sure. So we do also just have some removal by way of this Ballista that I didn't expect to see in the opening hand. We're gonna keep hand looks.
Yeah, we could cut the Karn, and maybe that was what we were supposed to do for the final one. Was trimming a Karn instead of an Endbringer, because Endbringer does have value in that it makes us like a Murktide can't attack us if we get to that
Karn
point.
Also finds Bridge, which is a very similar thing. So like that was the whole notion there was that Karn is an alternate win condition that doesn't require attacking and also finds Bridge. All of these things I like. Okay, sure thing.
Sick.
I guess. Okay, so now back to the plan we talked about previously. And we're just gonna do this. I have no idea what just happened. We gotta make one more cut. What do we like?
Oh.
I don't.
Maybe we cut one Ulamog because we can fetch it up with Iugan.
I suppose. Like that's probably not our plan anyway.
Yeah. That was a really weird concede.
So they pitched a brainstorm, and I wonder if they meant to pitch something else in their hand.
Oh, and it completely screwed over their hand.
Yeah, like they needed the brainstorm for their hand to do anything. I'm gonna keep this because it has Leyline.
It has Leyline, and we've got pretty strong mana. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I dig this. Well, I mean, change what I want to do a little bit, but so we do this.
Yeah, I like
their
this.
turn, right, to play around force negation.
Sure. Yep.
I feel like that's correct.
Yeah.
Because like Spell Pierce is basically non-existent anymore.
And if they play Spell Pierce against us, I feel like they're a psychopath, but
Probably. Now, mind you, opponent might just be a psychopath.
better they could have also like another Ragaband they could dash. I don't know, there's a bunch of things, but
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Or one they just cast. Nice. Well done.
Okay, so they're on the one-lander. I like it.
Oh, ooh, no,
Oh,
gross.
okay.
Thanks,
Okay.
I hate it. Okay. Well, that's not a soul land.
Nope.
So, Cloud Post go?
Yep.
And then next turn, Vesuva copy Cloud Post.
Warping well.
Probably just Warping Wheel. Yeah. I wonder if we were supposed to shave a Monolith, because, like, I keep wanting to play this Monolith, but I also don't know that we have time.
I don't think so. I feel like monoliths don't come out in the in the deck.
I feel, yeah, like it feels like you're supposed to keep it, right? Because they're gonna wasteland you and date you and whatever. But it also
Yeah, and you
feels
see-
like, oh, well, that could be horrible and bad.
I mean, they can't cast it, so it's not really a
I
problem.
mean, it's true.
I guess they could. They could play Wasteland if they ever got to that point and use it for the colorless.
Right.
That'd be funny.
It just crossed my mind. It's like, oh wait, they can also just randomly cast our threats occasionally, which feels bad, man. All right. Suva. Copy this Cloud Post. And I feel like we do the thing again where we wait until their turn.
Sure.
They could just hard daze us here, but I think I'm okay with that. Nope. Nope. Okay. You know, I'm incapable of paying one for days. I guess that was another. Well, that would run into the same problems as just Ballista.
Yeah, it would have been the same issue. The only way we could have played around it to some extent would be like Grim Monolith, and then that'd just be punishing us because we'd be losing the Monolith mana.
Right, right.
No, we're fine.
They hit an Ancient Tomb. Okay. Another Expressive Iteration, sure. Like that. Gonna play that. Cast this Smasher. Days? So I get punished for not playing the City of Traders?
Feels like it. Nope, they're
Brainstorm.
digging north
Okay,
though.
okay. They don't have it yet. That's good news. Boo.
Rude.
All right. So yeah, next turn is just gonna be like city monolith, make a rather large ballista.
Mm-hmm.
They hit an Eldrazi temple. I like them hitting cards that they're not allowed to play. That feels good. That also just feels good. I think we're gonna do that instead.
Yeah.
For some reason that goes wrong. Going to cast monolith. 1, 2, 3. I like 3/3 ballista. Nice.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you've correctly surmised that Murktide Regent is not very good, so I guess it might as well be Force of Will pitch card. Can we? Yeah, sure. Steam Vent. Another expressive iteration, sure. Ziggy MTG, thank you so much for the raid. Everybody, welcome. My name is Adam. This is Dewey. We're both from Team Swish, and we're currently playing some Eldrazi Post. Uh-oh, that's a wasteland, and I hate it. We're currently 0-1 in this league. We lost to the green-black Depths Hybrid Witherbloom combo deck. Yes, Leyline of the Void. Thank you for showing up. Play the City of Dreams.
Well, we're in the same situation as the last game where we really just need to draw a threat.
Yeah, just draw a castable magic card. I feel like there's a very real chance that our opponent just like hard Force of Wills the next thing that we cast.
Oh yeah.
They're just sitting on all this treasure. Oh, but we wanted that one. Dude.
They can't even cast it.
Sure. I guess. So now here's
Copy
the real
another.
talk. Is this Vesuva copying Cloud Post, or do we copy Glimmer Post because we need to try to survive against this Ragavan? Because I kind of want to copy Glimmer Post.
Gives us what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I wouldn't do that because then the only reason I'm not a fan of that is then we lose the City of Traders.
We do lose City of Traders. Yep.
And then we're going down on mana. So
copying this Cloud Post. I had almost forgotten that City of Traders existed, to be perfectly honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Can probably turn off this upkeep style. Yeah, this is what's unfortunate is now our opponent just has like a grip full of cards in this Ragavan that has been unchecked for way too many turns. There was an Ayavuga.
Right.
That would have been nice.
Yep, it sure would have.
Watching this Ragavan steal all of our hopes and dreams. Alright. You know, for a Daze deck, that's a lot of mana they have access to. Yup.
Sure.
I can't do anything about it. Yes. All is dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep. Oh, one floating. That's fine.
I think we just cast this, yeah.
Yeah.
3, 6, 7. It does get rid of our ley line, which kind of sucks. Is this the hard force of will? Yep. Yep, this is the hard force of will. Gross. I mean, we got it out of their hand, which is great. But now we need something that lets us not die to this Ragavan. So they put us to 7. I mean, I feel like the odds they have like triple bolt pretty low, but good. Here's a Dragon Rage Channeler, sure. Okay. That, come on. Cast our spells. So 3, go to 4. I'm way more likely to believe that they have double bolt. That's a ponder, sure. I mean, if you can't find Wasteland and cast this Thought-Knot Sphere, I'm going to be very sad. Okay, there's a bolt. Sure, you got it. Yikes. Dude, we're not off to a great start.
You know, that's just how these decks roll sometimes.
I mean, I agree, which is why I generally don't play them, but here we are anyway. See, my deck, full of ridiculous creatures and utility lands, also plays a creature that tutors for half of my deck. So, got that going for it. Speaking of, we have a whole thing to set up where my white cards have to dunk on Larry trying to play Reanimator.
That's whenever you guys are free. I'm done.
I mean, I'm on everyone else's time at this point.
Fair. This week's not great for me because I have a conference, then I have my birthday stuff.
Reasonable.
So next week's probably looking better for me. We'll see what Larry's looking like.
All right. Come on, opponent. It's basically low-hanging fruit at this point.
We're gonna rattle off a 3-0. It's fine.
Sure, sure. So this is Legacy. So this goes all the way back from the most recent stuff to Alpha. So there are cards that don't exist in Historic that you have access to here. For example, most of our deck, things like Eye of Ugin and City of Traders and Ancient Tomb, but yeah, so this is one of Magic's oldest formats.
Yep.
Alright, we won the die roll. That's good.
See, we got this.
Hold on. Do we? You said it too early. Do you see what we have in our hands?
A mulligan is what you have.
I agree. Yikes.
Wow, we can't even cast.
Dewey, it's not better. Make it better. Oh, gross. Okay. So, do we just try to meme run this car now? Like, I don't think we mulligan much deeper.
No.
Ulamog feels like a joke.
Yeah, that's gone. The land sequencing here could allow you to go what?
Monolith, and then I think we're like, what we play thereafter feels almost irrelevant. So I kind of want to ship this Vesuva because I don't feel like we have anything good to copy. And then just leave us with this.
Yeah, the other thought would have been like starting off with a Yavimaya, then you can Vesuva, not copy anything, have 2 mana, play Grim Monolith, following turn play City of Traders, you have access to 7 mana.
I mean, that's fair, I suppose.
Because we can choose not to copy. We can choose not to copy
Yeah,
anything
because of
with
the
the
yellow,
Suva.
yeah, we can choose not to copy.
Right.
I just feel like with us being down already, like, we need to get something going.
Very fair. Hopefully they don't have a turn 1 kill, and this card's gonna look real great.
Yikes. This feels like
A turn 1 kill.
8 Walla? No, this is just Storm. That's gross. Right, I guess could theoretically be Doomsday? But that feels wrong. I think it's just Storm. Okay. Red, blue. What do you... Why did you float red? I'm so confused. I don't understand.
The wishing?
There's right,
Yeah,
wish.
burning wish.
K? Oh, wish for echo. Sure, sure. Okay. I just don't understand why they floated that red there. Like, that just felt really strange. Yes. Yes, yes, yes,
All right.
yes, 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 yes.
My word.
I've never been so happy in my life. They're just dead. Oh, this is so good. So we're gonna chalice 0, then we're gonna chalice 1.
And then shut out their entire deck.
Yeah, or the vast majority of it. So this
Yeah.
one's gonna go on 0. This one's gonna go on 1. Hooray. Thanks for the wheel. What do we... Post, I guess? Temple? Temple. It's just temple.
Yeah.
Cool.
Temple, we can Endbringer next turn.
Yep. I appreciate the echo, friend. Okay. Yeah, so this is 5 color the Epic Storm. This is probably Bryant's most recent list.
Okay.
You got a Witchclaw Talisman. Just draw a Karn off the top, please. Dealer 1 time.
I'll activate that. Do we actually all his dust? And just get rid of the claw?
Maybe. I don't think they really realistically have a great way out of this because they can't play most of their rituals.
Do they have prismatic ending or anything weird like that in their deck?
I'd have to go look at Brian's most recent list.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he was playing like Orange Chant or some nonsense again.
Okay. I mean, I guess the other thing is that we could just go Temple Pass, hold up Warping Whale in case they do have any sorcery speed interaction with the chalices, and then the following turn play Ivogan, play Endbringer off the temples.
Let's go look. It shouldn't be that difficult to find Brian's most recent list because a man's an animal. TheEpicStorm.com. Deck list. Oh, the last one is okay. Oh, he is playing Ending.
So I think we just go Temple Pass here.
Yeah.
And if he wants to use the Wish Claw to go get a an ending, we can Warping Whale it. Or if he just has it in his hand, we can Warping Whale it.
Fair.
Just has another one. Good.
Now I just want to all his dust him.
Yeah, it feels like correct to just all his dust and wipe the board. I have no, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it doesn't allow us to hold it up.
Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, hold up. I,
So you can play Eye of Ugin, use a Grim Monolith to play a Grim Monolith, play
I
all
remember
his dusts,
that.
and yep. And then we can all his dust using the temples and hold up
Yep.
Warping Whale still.
That was where my head went. I was like, wait a minute. Plus, then we have an untapped monolith.
Mm-hmm.
An untapped monolith is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean the untapped monolith for the Warping Whale.
Well, and also because if we don't need a warping whale, there's this sweet, sweet Eye of Ugin. All is dust. Eldrazi spells. Eldrazi spells. This one is an Eldrazi spell, Dewey.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason. We also could have cast Endbringer there just to put the pressure into play, but I think that having the untapped monolith is just better.
Yeah. And I'd rather just wipe his board of claws in case they have anything odd, you know?
No, sorry, I meant we could have used the monolith and the Eye of Ugin reduction to just cast Endbringer there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. No. I can't math. Never mind. No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nice. Leyland bad.
So, Warping Whales and Ley Lines?
Leyland's bad.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're actually not. So the Epic Storm doesn't play Past in Flames.
Yeah, no, but it stops Eons.
It does stop Echo, sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess stops Echo. Take this Warping Whale. I don't know that we're ever getting to Ulamog with a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah. The other cards are like Matter Reshapers aren't doing anything either, I don't think.
I think we can take out and all his dust for sure.
Oh. Yeah, fair.
Cut those. Cut one more all his dust. Yes, let's just keep this one Ulamog and this all his dust can go away.
Yeah, I always like keeping one Ulamog to fetch it up for whatever reason.
I mean, all of our mid-range plan is just good against them, though.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to resolve hate pieces. Gross. I don't feel like this is good enough. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan that. Also gross, but I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna bin Endbringer.
Yeah, that seems right to me.
Feel like the
We
worst.
actually have because we can go Cloud Post into Glimmer into Grim.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Put this in the bottom. Done. Probably gonna chalice 0 first because I played borderline infinite artifact mana. I don't know if Brian's still on Mox Opal, but he was. Uh-oh. There's Chromox, sure. What are we imprinting? Dark Ritual, sure. Talisman, sure. Okay. Now what? I mean, I suppose it's theoretically possible that you can activate this turn, but I don't think you're supposed to. Deal. Child 0. Cloud Post. Go. Glimmer Post gives us 4, 3, 3.
Yeah,
I'm
3.
bad at post math, man. This is
It's fine. We're just gonna go Post Monolith.
yeah. I was just wondering if there's anything that we draw off the top that's like better than that, and I don't think there's every Glimmer Post. Every single Glimmer Post. So we have this Smasher next turn without tapping this Monolith, which feels alright.
Yeah, I like that more than playing the Endbringer.
Yeah, by kind of a lot. I just want to clock him. Sure. Hear me out.
Hmm.
We can get Karn.
Yeah, if they have no mana, can't do anything. We're definitely going to get Karn.
Yeah. We can just get Karn. And then we can... Karn can get us... liquid metal coating? And then we can take their Taiga away from them.
I like it.
You've shown me the Tundra. Does this mean you have the ending? No? Okay. This is fine. I'm now thinking that maybe we're supposed to take the Tundra because it's the only blue source, but that's going to let them sculpt. Alright. I do not know why you have this stop set in our upkeep.
You want to do cool things, man.
I mean, it probably involves, like, Force of Vigor style shenanigans, but, like, also, okay, well, there's a thing. I'm gonna give you this bag. I'm gonna get this Karn. I'm gonna cast this Karn. Gonna wish. Always yes. Always yield. Yes, please. Coding.
We should wish, right?
What's that?
We should wish with the claw
Oh, yeah.
and go get like another Karn or something stupid. So they just have that way they can't do anything to this.
I'm trying to think. We can also just grab like another Cloud Post. Because I don't know that there's a way they're beating this Karn with what they have in play, because our game plan is
Right.
basically functionally Rishadenport them.
Yeah, and then so we'll be just blowing things up. Like they for some reason have a way to deal with it. We'll just have another one that we can cast to start doing it again.
Yeah, I suppose. Grab another Karn. Stopping your upkeep. You must have Brainstorm. Okay. Because there's the thing is, like, I don't think there's ever a world in which they get to enough mana in play to get rid of this coding.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it's a functional Rishadenport. Next turn it's Stone Rain. And then every subsequent turn thereafter. Okay, so you do have Brainstorm? Okay. I mean, that was all. Just making you use it. And you didn't. Cool, good. Sea Taiga. Okay. This means if you're on Decay, you can decay this coding. Yes. That's very much fine. I'm now much more interested in getting rid of this Underground Sea.
100%.
And smashing them. But that felt like it was kind of a given.
Yeah.
They liked what they saw with Ponder. Oh, hello, Leyline. This one. Beep beep.
Boop, boop.
Alright. Okay. This is where you chant? No. Oh. Green, white. Okay. Oh. Okay. I accept. I guess there was the eventuality you planned for, Dewey.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Not really a big deal. We just fetching up ourselves.
Exactly. We're just gonna, yeah, Karn minus. Do the thing. Beep boop, beep boop. Continue beating them with Smasher.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for them to pass this upkeep stop that I don't understand why they have set.
I want you to do things.
I mean, that's neat and all, but it's their clock right now. Alright. Well, this Vasu is rad. Oh, good talk.
Yeah, we got a match.
This Vasu was rad. Gunsy.
Uh,
Sure. Neat. Hey! Immediately, let's go. Oh, we lost the die roll. Uh-oh. That's bad. Like, yes? Yes.
hey.
We just, like, temple into city into Thought Knot.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's... Why? Opponent, hear me out. Why? Why are you playing Tilty White Border Basics?
I tell you.
Probably.
It definitely is.
Consider. Okay. Milled Brainstorm. Sure. Just like Turbo Murktide? Feels like Turbo Murktide. City? Thought not. Show me the days. Brains. I. I have questions. That feels like not the correct sequencing. Oh.
That plays
Oh.
mission briefing.
Okay. So there's potential that this is high tide.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, so a bunch of us Tide
She would.
players tried playing Mission Briefing because
Mm-hmm.
it's something you can fetch with Merchant Scroll.
Yeah.
Um, that said, I think Impulse is
Yeah, it was the impulse lets him dig the deepest, so.
yeah. All right. Well, I don't love it, but that's where we're at. Consider. They kept whatever it was on top. Sure. Alright, float, limber post. Always heal deliver post. Okay. Smasher. Present damage. And we know their hand has those 3 cards in it. So you made it a 1 turn. You made yourself dead next turn. Like the odds of you comboing off on 4, given what I know is in your hand, are low. Brainstorm, sure. That does help a little, but you're still gonna get stuck with some number of those things. Okay. You don't have enough mana to turnabout me. That's good.
What's that one that just taps? Like for every
Turnabout.
blue? No, that taps everything down. The one that can just pay per, right? Giga Drouse.
Oh yeah, the Tide. Oh, this is tied into turnabout.
Sick.
Nice. Nice. That's good for me. It's also possible they're on reset. So there's a version of Tide that plays entirely at instant speed. Hello? They might be reset. Opt, sure. This is feeling more like reset. Or solidarity, if you will. There we go. That's the thing. So this is another reason why mission briefing specifically, because this version is required to win entirely on your opponent's turn.
So you have to do it this way.
So the way that reset works is you can only cast it on your opponent's turn after their upkeep, and you untap all your lands.
Ha!
Yeah. So subsequently your deck becomes lands and instants. Okay. Another reset, sure. What do we got? There's a wish. Yup. Yup. Yeah, so Travis, it's also, yep, meditate, draw 4 cards. The skip your next turn is irrelevant because either you're winning or you're dead. Yeah, Travis, we thought not seared them and saw consider, impulse, mission briefing, and I went, huh. And sure enough, it is reset high tide. So the worst part about this is that, like, if our opponent was on traditional high tide, we could just F6.
Mm-hmm.
Because either they win or they don't, and then we just attack them. The problem is they're doing this in our beginning of combat, so we can't really F6.
You technically can F6.
I mean, I guess we could. You are correct.
You still get to attack. When it's your time to attack, it'll let you still attack, and then you remove your F6 at that point.
Cool. So in with these Leyline of the Voids. You know what's really bad? These warping whales. Get out.
What? The deck that's all instant speed? Alles does probably, right?
So I also, these Alles Dusts are hot garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what we're boarding in. I mean, I guess do we leave Warping Whale in for mode make a
Probably.
Make a 1/1?
Probably. Yeah.
All right.
Just leave like 2.
Yeah. All right. Ah, yes, the triple legendary land opener. Good, good. This is what we signed up for.
That's kind of what we're setting up for. We can ship the warping wheel, right?
Yeah. And we just what? Cloud Post go. Vesuva
Post
copy.
go, Vesuva copy it, Eldrazi Temple Smasher.
Yep. Good plan. 6. Yeah, not having any disruption here feels a little rough. But guess we kind of do what we do. Impulse, sure. You got it. Travis, we're glad we can entertain you. It's good to know that you're a sadist like me and this is entertainment. Where one player is on a soul land deck just waiting to cast their spells, and the other one is durdling. Alright. Hi, Grim Monolith. How are you? Smasher. Yeah? Okay. I don't get to attack you, but like... That card doesn't feel great in this deck.
I think it's just to buy a turn a bunch of
So yeah,
times.
and like historically you'd play Snap,
Mm-hmm.
like the one in a blue bounce up thing, because it untapped your lands.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to cast this Thought here.
Yeah, I would. 100%.
Do we cast
Start
this
off with it.
Monolith first, you think?
What's your thought behind it?
So the thought process is, if I cast Monolith off City of Traders, then we can Cloud Post and Temple into Thought here.
Sure.
And then that leaves open Monolith plus the other Cloud Post, so that we can smash her if we think that it's worthwhile.
So my thought is that it doesn't change anything to run out the monolith first. You're just tying up more mana. You can thought not see what he has, then decide to go that route.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
No, we don't have enough mana to cast Smasher without the Monolith in play. Monolith is
Yeah, no,
mana.
I know. I'm saying you can choose to cast the monolith after.
Sure. Reasonable.
Yeah. Like you're just showing your hand for no reason if you go that route.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose. Here's the thought notes here. Do you have another dress down? That's Tide. Sure. Tide. Oh, triple high tide. This feels like we're probably dead.
Oh, we're definitely dead.
I mean, they don't have that many cards in hand, though. Wish.
I'll say they only needed one. It's a wish.
Well, but they need... No. 15... That's... Yeah, none of this is enough to actually do anything.
I think the Zenith for like 12 is going to do it.
I mean, I don't know that it actually does, because they've cast 3 high tides. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Travis. Like, I don't think that they actually have a whole lot of great ways here. There's another reset, sure. Meditate. Yeah, see, and that's the thing, right? It's like here they are still drawing more cards, trying to find things that matter.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying they're drawing 16 cards. They're gonna try to find something.
No spiral in this build, Travis, because you're reset. Is this briefing for another reset? Or, like, what's the plan here? For another high tide. Brainstorm, sure. Yeah, so that's the thing, is like, now they need another wish. Okay. They need another wish, and they need to brain freeze us. This is briefing, reset.
Did they brain freezes? I thought they Blue Sun Zenith us for the kill.
It's usually what both. Both are usually options in the board. Um, like they could try to Blue Suns us. Turnabout. Yep. Okay. Untap your lands. Yes. Yeah, so Blue Sun Zenith is hard mode because you have to generate more mana.
Mm-hmm.
Reset. So hold on a sec. How many more briefing, briefing, briefing? They have one briefing left. If they're on 4, which I have to imagine they are. Okay. Nice. There we go. Okay. They just had second Blue Sun Zenith.
Oh,
Oh no, they found it again.
it goes back in their deck.
Shuffle. Duh. Deal. Okay. I don't feel like we want anything different. I feel like everything is still correct.
Yeah.
We'll play first. Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. It's like
Yeah,
we
put the
get to
Leyline into
go.
play. Grim
We get.
Monolith.
Yep, exactly. And then we'll just run out of Smasher and see if that's good enough.
That is the game plan. Okay. Post. Smasher. Sure. What? Opt. Reasonable. Okay. I just want to find a chalice. That's all I really want to see right now is a chalice.
I feel like that's our dream against most decks.
I mean, ish. Oh, hi, Leyline. Nice to see you. Again. Going to play this other Grim Monolith. Go to combat. 5. So, what's scary is that reset needs less lands to actually go off.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's still possible they kill us. Like, traditionally, everyone talks about how with regular high tide, it's like 3 or 4 is the bare minimum depending on the build.
Mm-hmm.
Reset can kill on 2. It's not likely, but they can. This Endbringer doesn't do anything if I cast it right now, so I'm just going to attack. And then I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna play this Endbringer, I guess. Because this way, if they have single bounce spell, we're still live for a kill. You have an impulse. That's fine. There's a brainstorm, because the impulse apparently wasn't good enough. Yeah, pretty much, Travis. Big colorless deck goes slap. Like, truth be told, though, this leyline is doing a lot of heavy lifting, because our opponent has shown us that they're, like, pretty hard on this whole, like, mission briefing plan.
And they are going to have a struggle going off without it, so.
Yeah, it does seem like their build doesn't really go off very well without it. Alright. You're on 3. 4 lands in play. Cool. Copy this cloud post. Deal. You bought yourself a turn. Is it good enough? Brainstorm. Sure. Correct. Nice.
Yeah, the highs for briefings are always a lot higher than the lows. The lows just always feel so bad.
So I remember when that card came out, I was playing a bunch of like weird garbage blue-white humility piles in Legacy, and that card is spectacular when you need a Snapcaster Mage but can't play Snapcaster Mage. But that's pretty close to about where you want it to be. Alright. Alright, dude. This is it.
We're gonna finish! We got this!
Got it.
Strong finish!
Here's our 3-2. Travis, I've been pretty, like, medium or better on that card since it came out. Uh-oh. Alright. This doesn't do anything.
Was it, can this game power out an Ugin? I mean, an Ulamog? Or no? I don't think
1,
so,
2,
right?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8, or too short?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do we keep it and hope to draw gas? Because, like, we have the Eye of Ugin, and we have 2 Allus Dusts.
I guess. Like, there is this awkward situation of, like, you're not doing against any of the unfair decks anyway, but I guess we don't really do much against the unfair decks.
We have Chalice. That's pretty
yeah.
of it.
I feel like
Correct, we are 2-2.
I feel like we could get a better 6, but
I don't know that we can. Like, we're hoping for a Chalice 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like, this hand makes a lot of mana very quickly. And, like, we have ways to capitalize on that mana eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not. Here's the Grim Monolith. I know our opponent is, like, known for playing a pretty wide range of decks. Alright. That's a good one. That's one of the ones we were hoping for. Done. See, Dewey, we didn't need to mull to a Chalice 6. We just found the Chalice anyway. It's great.
Uh,
Never didn't have it, Dewey. Never didn't have it. So I'm just wondering what our opponent is doing now. Because they didn't fetch or do anything when we tried to meet this Chalice. Hey. That feels like a pretty good one.
I'll say.
So... gonna put this on the stag. And that means giving up this monolith, but I think the upside is...
There's a huge upside.
Yeah. The upside is high. If this resolves, and then I'm gonna grab coding.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to wish. Oh. They didn't fetch. Do we just spyglass?
I don't think so, because they can just fetch in response, right?
They can, but it also gives us the information as to what's in their hand.
Is coding just not better? Because then we can shut off a land on their turn.
So, but then they just leave the fetch uncracked. And then when we activate coding, then they fetch.
Yeah, that's fine. Because then the following turn we get to blow it up, though, right? So, like, your line, they just crack it in response. They still get the land on their turn. And then nothing really happens. Huh?
What we get there is information.
Yeah, I just don't know if that information is worth it.
So, and the reason I like the information is because we don't really know what they're doing. We've only seen Scalding Tarn. Gonna activate. Gonna make you do it. Give me some amount of information about your deck. You've shown me Volcanic Island. Great. Okay.
Yeah, we're 2-2 right now.
So, the thing here is, so this could be like the blue-red, Murktide, Dragavan, whatever pot. Nope, nope, this is just show and tell. Sick. What are we copying with this Vesuva? I guess step 1, goodbye Volcanic Island.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking we're copying Ancient Tomb here?
Where do we copy their City of Traders?
I mean, that's reasonable. We could just copy their city.
Because then we can still just play Ulamog and it doesn't come at any life loss for us.
That's fair. Given that I think they're on show and tell, I kind of like... I wouldn't be shocked if we just end up putting this Ulamog in off of their show and tell.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We would like to blow up all your lands.
We just untap now.
Sure.
Oh, that's Forta.
Mm-hmm. It's Fort on top.
I don't know why I thought it was 3.
Should you play your Cloud Post and pass? Oh wait, no, we've said it. Never mind.
It ends up the same because we have the Glimmer Post in play, but like, yeah, I don't see a reason to do that.
Yeah.
Now that we've untapped the monolith. Cool.
So I think you activate. Wait. Okay.
I'm just gonna cast this Ulamog.
Yeah, I know, but you should activate the liquid metal first.
No, I want to activate Ulamog first. because then it's going to.
So if you activate the liquid metal, they get the land, and then you exile the land.
It works out the same, right? Because we're just going to destroy the land with Karn. 1, 2,
Uh,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
sure. You're way overpaying.
Probably. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still too much.
Just tap the Glimmer Post, untap the Ancient Tomb.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Tap. Yep. Tap the Glimmer Post, and then tap the Grim Monolith.
Okay. Eventually, I will figure out how to cast this Ulamog with all these stupid things.
Yeah.
Exile 2 target permanents.
Yeah, you have to target 2. You don't have a choice.
What are we exiling? Our Monolith?
Sure. So this is where I was trying to say it actually does matter, because if you would have hit Liquid Metal, you can choose to exile it, and then we can wish it back if you didn't want to lose a land. And then the other thing is that it also causes them to crack the fetch and do something in response if they want. It doesn't really matter, but then you exile the land, even though there's not too much value in that, but it's exiling over destroying.
I'm gonna board in a Warping Whale. I'm gonna cut this Reshaper.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure our opponent's on Show and Tell.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We board in these Spyglasses for sneak attack.
I think you bring in 1.
Cut this Reshaper.
Yeah, I like keeping the other one just because of the Karn. We power up mana so fast that we can get it in, wish it out, and cast it on the same turn.
It's true. I guess we could just keep the 2 Reshapers too and cut 2 All As Does, because that card seems like it's probably pretty bad.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know that we necessarily want to draw that card any real amount of the time. Gross.
It's interesting because we do get to interact with them pretty quick.
We do.
And
then Cloud Post.
And then after that, you can start wishing things up.
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
I don't know, because I mean we're pretty sure they're Show and Tell. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Because turn 1 is just Cloud Post go. Basic Mountain. I see.
Is the Cloud Post go? If you do Cloud Post, you can't actually do anything on turn 2.
Yeah, we have Glimmer Post.
That's only 3 mana.
So then we go Cloud Post taps 2 for Monolith. Pay 3, Thought on Seer. Pay 3 in the Glimmer Post, Thought on Seer. But now none of it matters because we drew Ancient Tomb.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would have gone Temple into Ayavugan, into Cloud Post, into Glimmer Post, or into Cloud Post, into Cloud Post.
So yeah, my thought process there was Cloud Post tap go, then Glimmer Post tap Cloud Post for 2, Grim Monolith. Excuse me?
Sneak attack.
Are we just getting Ruby Stormed? Yes. Oh. Yikes. Yikes. Well, that was a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anybody play Breach in Show and Tell in an eternity, so that's an adventure.
Yeah.
Another Seething Song. Do you have another Breach?
Yeah, feels like it. Or a sneak attack, yeah.
Sure. Show me the Emrakul.
Don't need it.
World Spine Worm.
They're just flexing on us now.
That's gross. Okay. Well, that's a whole party. Yup. I guess we just run it back.
Yeah.
I don't think this gets any better. We just have to, like, not let them go absolutely ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. Like, I don't know that we mulligan to much better hands than that. Like, gross. I guess, like, if we had the one of Spyglass and just Spyglass sneak on one. Okay. So this is City of
We
Traders, Grim Monolith.
no, I think it's Eye of Ugin.
Oh,
If you go Eye of Ugin on one, we can City of Traders, go Grim, Thought Knot Reshaper.
so alternatively, we go City of Traders, play Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith plays Reshaper, and then untap, float 2 off City, play Eye of Ugin, play Thought Knot Seer, and we have a disruptive piece and 3 power attacking. But I guess we don't have
Okay,
we don't have
I
Warping
could
Whale.
I could buy it.
Sure, we'll try it. Now that I'm thinking about this, I wonder if it's just Grim Monolith Go. Because of
If
because Warping Whale is a card that exists in our hand.
sure. It's I feel like if you that yeah that's fine.
Yeah, I see what you're saying though. Like you could, if that's the plan, we could just like not play Monolith. But I think that having access to the mana is good. Holy crap! Just every Grim Monolith.
So it's just City tap for mana.
Yeah.
Eye of Ugin. Just run out the Thought Knot now.
Yep.
Yep. See what they got going on. Just triple sneak attack. Oh, there's Seething Song. Let's take the Seething Song.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's pretty
Uh,
nice.
you could Grim and run out a Matter Reshaper.
But then we're not casting anything ever again.
No, you're using Grim Monolith to cast Grim Monolith to cast a Matter Reshaper.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I suppose. Eye of Ugin is not a card I'm intimately familiar with.
Okay.
Uh, that feels good, right?
Uh,
Because then
how much
it's
do we?
well. So this is Chalice on 1, which I feel like eventually they're gonna want to cast a 1-drop because their hand currently, as we know, is double sneak attack, Crystal Vein, Scalding Tarn. So
And how much mana can we get to next turn? We can't actually abuse it further, right?
not
Yeah, we can't.
really. Yeah. I think
Sure. Like,
cancel this on this combat.
yeah, I didn't.
Because
The reason I didn't like this land is we're now just screwed over if we don't draw a land.
yeah, I mean, and that's like something I've considered. I don't know how much better it's getting for us at the current juncture.
Well, you know, I guess I would have just preferred to play another Grim and play the Reshaper still, because then
That's
we still have access to
fair.
more mana. So, but either way, we're
We
just
saw Lotus Petal out of them game 1, right? I'm not
yeah
crazy.
yeah. You should go Chalice for 0 for sure,
Yup. Okay.
and then just smash.
Play this Chalice, hit you for 7. Because, like, I mean, the reality is, too, that we're starting to, like, look at turning off their Ancient Tombs and Fetch Lands. They go to 9. And if they
I mean,
tap...
if we get past this turn, we're in a pretty good
So if
spot.
they
So,
tap Ancient Tomb to cast Sneak Attack, they cannot draw cards with Grizzlebrand. They can't draw cards with Grizzlebrand until post-combat. So that means we're only getting attacked by a Grizzlebrand. And it's almost better for them to just not. Sure. Monkey. do love it when my opponent just plays the Simian Spirit Guide from hand.
Mm-hmm.
Please block this Reshaper.
Oh, they're 100% blocking
Oh,
Reshaper.
so good. Always yield.
Ooh.
Never didn't have it, Dewey. Gonna take show and tell.
Yeah.
Okay. You've cast a sneak attack.
Yeah, what do you got?
Have one more sneak attack in hand, and what are we sneaking in? Okay.
Funny, because that's actually not
1, 2,
lethal.
3, 4, 5. Yep.
Yeah, we just sack all of our stuff in one of the thought knots, and then we
leave
get to
a thought knot
kill.
here.
Yeah, we get to leave one thought knot and kill him on the crackback.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
They get to draw a card, which is not nothing.
Right, but they've already played a land this turn, right?
It's true.
And so Ancient Tomb's just gonna roll. Told you! Classic
Dude, how did you
0-2
do
into
this?
3-0.
What have you done? Alright. Gross. So, there it is. 3-2 with Eldrazi post, 0-2 into 3-2. Beating Sneak and Show. Oh, gross. Beating Sneak and Show for the final. That's disgusting.
It's funny, we won some matches that, like, it's like, oh, we should just lose that.
So the thing is, I don't like. The thing is, Sneak and Show is not a terrible matchup, right? And that sounds weird to say, but like this card is good. Like this is you play this card because it's good against Sneak and Show, and like these cards are good,
Mm-hmm.
and like these cards are good. So like the Sneak and Show matchup isn't like as abysmal as it once upon a time, and like Thought Knots are great.
Yeah, Thought Knot Seer, powering up that Thought Knot Seer is honestly, between that and Chalice is why I feel like we have a game against a lot of decks.
Pretty much. And turns out that the Chalice of the Void plus Thought Knots here shell is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think, Dewey? Is this the configuration that if you decided to cave and pick up your last monolith and stuff, is this what you're looking at, or?
It's gonna be something like this.
I feel
The land
like
seemed correct to me.
What's that?
I said the land seemed correct to me, at the very least.
Sure.
The core of the deck is obviously still there. I mean, you're gonna play your 4 monoliths, reshapers, thought knots, smashers. Like, I feel like that never really changes.
Like the third always does feels like a slot that you could probably deal with.
Yeah. Moving that to the 4th Karn,
Sure.
I'm not opposed to.
I like that a lot. I think that second Ulamog could also just be an Emrakul.
I actually was thinking Kozilek.
Kozilek's also reasonable. Emrakul is just such a nonsense nothing card because it's uncounterable and like if you're playing some big dirtily control deck and you're just like, cool, here's all my mana, here's my big dumb thing. Do I win?
My only issue with Emrakul is that it's getting to 15 is actually pretty hard. Like, you saw there in our games, we got to like 10 mana pretty reasonably, or floated around 10 mana quite a bit, but we were always really far off.
So we also played against a non-zero number of decks that we either had to 1 race or 2 were disrupting our mana.
Right, in which case I still wouldn't want Emrakul, is the thing.
Well, no, so my logic there being that like Emrakul is good in the matchups like Bant, where they're just like not really doing anything in a real hurry, and they're also like not disrupting your mana base, so you have time to just like slowly plot out your way to 15 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than like this last game where I was like, I really think that we need to just like tap this monolith, which is our only real mana source right now, to cast Chalice of the Void and this Mana Reshaper.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
I feel
But
like that happens more often than you want it to. Is the thing.
oh,
Like
probably.
where you're choking your own mana between the City of Traders and the monoliths, we choke ourselves quite a bit. But
I mean, so like also
we,
just
we
like
also we also didn't get very many of the cloud posts,
right.
glimmer posts of Vesuva hands either. We
No,
didn't
we
get
drew
any
a
of
bunch
those
of the
nutty
soul
ones.
land hands, and that like
Hmm.
so another thing I'm looking at is like 3 Eye feels like a lot, and we did draw that card frequently. And
Hmm.
like sometimes that's great, but when you're drawing the like second Eye on your hand that's like Grim Monolith, Karn, whatever, Chalice, you're like,
Hmm.
wow, that feels real bad. Like we had to toss back a triple Eye hand, so I wonder if one of
Yeah.
those is supposed to come out.
I don't think so. And the reason being is just like you need to have those nutty Eldrazi hands sometimes.
Sure.
Like we were able to power out the Thought Knot and the Matter Reshapers because we had a higher count of them, you know?
I mean that's fair. I
And they're not as punishing because we could play the Urborg and the Yavimaya is real nice.
yeah,
Being able
I
to
do like
just.
I do like having both. Um,
Hmm.
I I almost wonder if there should be another Urborg to make these ley lines more castable, because like there's gonna be a number of hands that you just draw where you like have to mulligan a ley line hand because it doesn't cast the rest of your cards, and then like you keep a reasonable hand and you're just like, well, if I ever draw a ley line of the void, it's just dead.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, I guess that's what I would think I would do is cut the third Ayavugan for a second Urborg.
Okay. I can definitely see that.
But right on. Well, everybody, I think that's gonna call it for us. So
Hmm.
Dewey, you are my shortest stream to date.
Well, I was somewhat strategic in this because I wanted to pick a deck that was going to go a little bit quickly because, both of us are just getting out of work and I still have to do stuff after work
Yeah, I mean,
um, and
that
whatnot.
said
So,
though, like the other streams have been Burn and Doomsday. So like, not like those were like
wait, those went longer than me? I thought those would be even shorter.
they were. Well, yeah, the Burn stream was just over 2 hours, and the Doomsday
Oh,
stream was
wow.
2.5.
Yeah, I guess we're coming in at just under two, aren't we?
Yep. Looking at Twitch on my end now, it says 152.29.
Boom.
Look at us go.
Well, the next time we'll probably play a Bant Pile and grind through all of it.
I mean, I'm down. That's like my bread and butter, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right, everybody,
Maybe
thank you
in a
so much
week or
for
two.
watching. I will probably be back again later this week. I have a couple other people that want to hop on. So have some conversations. Going forward, for the most part, this is kind of going to be me plus a local community member, maybe a teammate, maybe not. Just kind of like jamming out a league, hanging out, having a good time. Um, I know a community member reached out to me today, and they're talking about wanting to play either Post, Pox, or Death and Taxes. Um, and then another one of the guys from the Swish Discord has reached out, and we're talking about building a white splash Pox, splashing white for Mana Tithe, Prismatic Ending, and Kaya. Oh, and Lingering Souls. Yeah,
I take
so
it.
I have tried not to do music at this point because at some point that just either stops or I have to seek out other music where I have the ability to use it without like copyright strikes. However, I have thought about this, and now that this is becoming a regular thing, I have some musician friends. I'm gonna reach out and just see who is cool with me just like letting their stuff go in the background. um, Once I get that going, it will be on stream, and I will have links to all of their relevant socials and things like that. I just have to reach out to some people and talk to them first.
Yeah,
Um,
there is like the royalty-free
oh, for
background music,
sure.
but it's not. I mean, it's just background music. It's not.
Yeah, and it's like, so I know that like Julian Nab has done. He's got a bunch of like 8-bit retro arcade sounding versions of like popular music, and like
Hmm.
that's kind of rad, and it gets around copyright strikes because it's noticeably different enough.
That's good. I mean, it was real annoying. I don't know if YouTube's still doing it, but when they were on that super like aggressive, we are gonna hit everything with the eliminate all the voice, all the music in it, and then it's just was getting out of control.
Yeah, that's so the deal right now is with Twitch. So right now I could play music on stream and do whatever.
Hmm.
I am small enough and I'm not monetized, so they wouldn't come after me. What
Okay.
they would do is if the music in my stream was copyrighted,
Hmm.
anytime copyrighted note, anytime they find copyrighted music in your stream, they will mute the VOD for every portion of the VOD where that is noticeable.
Yeah, it actually happened to me in one of my old videos where my roommate had some music playing in the shower, and at the time my room was next to the shower, so it picked up just a hint of that noise, and then for like the 15-20 minutes, it just went blank. So,
Oh jeez. Yeah, so music will be a thing that happens eventually. I'm just gonna poke around with it. There will be more streams, probably coming more this week. Even I just have
mhm.
to reach out to some other people and try to hash out some times and some days and stuff like that. Um, and I we will eventually be doing some more like community feedback stuff. So, for example, when um, I did the burn stream with Jacob last week. We posted on the Team Swish Twitter, so if you're not following, follow it there. And you can also follow me, Azrael Chimera, on Twitter. Um, we will be posting on socials looking for feedback. So we posted, hey, send us your deck. A bunch of people submitted their decks. We picked a handful and went, hey, okay, vote for these. And unfortunately, um, the majority vote got 80 card burn, which I still don't know how we have a functional 3-2 with that list. Um, I don't know what's going on in the world anymore. But Dewey, thanks again for coming on. Thank you
Of
everybody for
course.
watching, and we'll see you guys again soon. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.